Good morning, everyone. It is 8:42 and we are out of the house this morning. We have a few things that we need to do. Ben is at the gym and he's gonna get groceries. We literally have like no groceries at home. We've completely eaten everything. We have no milk. The girls had the last bit of it for like their morning milk this morning, so we have like no cereal, we have no eggs, like it's bad. So he's going to the grocery store and the sun is about to come up from the top of this building right here, so we're gonna go get a coffee and then we're gonna go get breakfast, which we normally do not do. We don't normally, well, we do normally go get coffee, but we don't normally go out to eat for breakfast. So we're gonna stop by Chick-fil-A. Ella wants some hash browns, huh? I haven't filled up the truck in a while, so I am very curious to see how much it is to fill up the truck today. The official bill to fill up the truck. We're in the Chick-fil-A drive-thru now, and Addie has fallen asleep. She was up at 5:30 this morning. The past 2 days she's been up at 5:30, so that is absolutely incredible. Yeah. So yeah, she's asleep and it is 9:06. Yeah, if you're a mom, you know how it'll be a struggle bus today. Ben was at the gym and I told him to meet me here at Chick-fil-A. So he's gonna meet us here and eat breakfast with us before he goes and gets groceries and we go home. I got a venti coffee this morning because again, Addie was up at 5:30 this morning. And I get a mocha. I love Starbucks hot chocolate. It's a perfect mix of like hot chocolate tasting and coffee. It's so good. A pump of vanilla, amazing. That is the drink of the winter, I'm gonna say, because when I get a drink, I drink it for like months and months and months. So yeah, venti mocha with a pump of vanilla. It is so yummy.
Hey!
Hash browns.
Are your kids asleep?
We have to be quieter now.
No. I feel like there's one big question that everybody is wondering.
Are we pregnant?
Well, just surrounding that fourth baby, and I think we have some explaining to do because we definitely said that we didn't want any more kids, or at least I did. I said that we didn't want any more kids.
You've come to the dark side.
I feel like Ben never...
I never wavered.
Ben always wanted a fourth. Yeah. I don't know, just after we had Addie, I was really content for a long time. Plus...
We do have...
Oh!
What?
Still hash browns all over.
When I had Addie, it was really hard on me. Like the sleep was hard, the like attachment was hard, but she still is very, very much attached to me and doesn't let me do a lot of things. Either one of us, honestly.
Yeah, she's
like
attached
she
to both
just
of us.
is very clingy and I don't know. So I want to say around the time Addie turned 1, like earlier this year, I started to feel like maybe that's when I like stopped breastfeeding. And I feel like when you stop breastfeeding and your baby's like getting older and now she's almost 2, like,
and she's not like a baby anymore.
No,
you know
it's
what I mean?
just your mindset sort of changes when you're not in the thick of it anymore, because when you're in the thick of it, obviously you don't want to like deal with it, but when you're out of it and you're like, oh, like it was a short amount of time and now she's older and now it's sad and now we want another one. So I don't know when we'll have another baby. Like we talked about it and we wanted like a summer baby, so we're like, we'll wait until like this time of year, like right now, to have a baby. But now that we're here, I'm like, wait.
It's hard, but I think that we will eventually have a fourth. It just depends on like timing. We're just gonna make sure that we truly make sure what's best. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel like just behind the scenes, there's been a lot that I've been dealing with like mentally, and the last thing that I want to do is have my last pregnancy be like
terrible
on my mental health. So now that we're like here and I'm like, wait, I'm not fully like healthy and ready for all of that, so we're like, okay, maybe I don't know, we'll see. But yes, eventually we do want to have another baby at some point. Okay, Ben's taking the girls to the bathroom, so I'm gonna answer a few questions. This one says, when the girls get older, are you gonna let them choose to go to public school? I feel like that's a very hard question to answer. It depends on like how old you're talking about and how my feelings are at that time and how their feelings are at the time and how the school systems are. Like, it's such a loaded question that I don't really have an answer, but it'll definitely be like a choice that Ben and I make and we make with the kids just to see what's best for everyone. Obviously, we're gonna have the best, like their best interest at heart. So I don't know. I really don't know like what that's going to look like and how we're going to decide these things when they get older. I feel like it'll depend on so many different things that I can't really answer right now. Another question is, where has Sunny been? I don't know. I'm like having a hard time on what I want to share and what I don't want to share, because literally anytime we showed Sunny, there were like comments filled with stuff that we were doing wrong and what we should and shouldn't do, and shouldn't walk her outside, and she needs this and she needs that. So that has been a part where I'm like, whatever, like I'm not gonna even show her anymore because people just make so many judgments. Like, I'll give you guys an example really quick. She has a gigantic kennel now. It's like 3 times the size of the other one, but I bought her this mat and she does not like sleeping on a padded mattress. I don't know what it is, but the girl will literally scoot it all to the side so she can sleep on the cold, hard plastic floor of her kennel. So without any context, it looks like all of her stuff is like bunched up in the back and we're like not spreading it out for her, not taking care of her or whatever. But in reality, every single time that I spread it out for her to lay on, she doesn't want to, and she like kicks it out of the way. And right now I'm like not wanting to deal with all of that. So I think that's why I've kind of held back from a lot of things that I've posted. Who knows, maybe I'll not give a crap one day again, because I have it in the past, but all of a sudden I'm like, I just need everyone to stop for a minute. So that's why. Sunny is great. She is amazing. She is thriving. She is wonderful. She's living her best life in her gigantic kennel. I just have kind of reeled back the things that I've been sharing. Is there still talk about getting a vacation house somewhere? Yes and no. I feel like that's definitely a goal in the future, but not right now. Like, we have really realized that when we got our house, we were so fortunate at the time that we got our house, and right now the housing market is just absolutely insane. So definitely not right now, and we are just working on like paying down our own house, and maybe one day in the future we will get a vacation house. What is my greatest fear as a parent? Oh, 100% losing a child. Like, I would rather go through anything than lose a child, and that is definitely my greatest fear as a parent, is losing one of them. And it's even hard to talk about because I can't even fathom that pain. Are we dialing down on YouTube to protect the girls' privacy? Definitely yes, that is a part of it for sure. Okay guys, we're home. Coffee is starting to kick in. We finally have groceries, and it's already going to be a good day because we have coffee and we have groceries. I want to start this segment in our videos where I tell like one funny story that has happened to me as a parent, just so all the other parents out there can relate and can understand that we're all going through the same thing, okay? But first, I want to talk about Audible. I've been listening to Audible for so long now. Before they were even sponsoring me, I remember I was listening to the Colleen Hoover books, and then I was sharing that with you guys. And then during our 75 Hard, I was listening to really inspirational books to help me stay motivated, and I continued to listen even though I was not continuing 75 Hard. It's just when you have a very on-the-go lifestyle, listening to audiobooks is just something that, while I'm doing other things, just gets my mind going. And I don't know, I just love listening to audiobooks no matter what I'm doing, honestly. At the gym, now even packing orders and stuff, I just love continuing to like expand my knowledge and listening to other people's opinions to be able to like formulate my own in the way that I parent, in the way that I teach. Obviously, I have the Audible app. No matter what you are wanting to listen to, you can even put in just like either a topic or an emotion or something you want to work on, fiction, non-fiction, and Audible literally has everything that you can even imagine. The one I listen to is Make Your Bed. Little things you can change in your life and maybe the world. I love that. And then another one is the Gratitude Diaries. How a year looking on the bright side can transform your life. Truly, they have helped me so much. And again, with a busy lifestyle and an on-the-go lifestyle, Audible is the way to go so that you can listen. Like, these are obviously the ones that I'm interested in, but truly, if you look up like even interior design, if that's something that you're interested in, if I haven't convinced you yet over the amount of times that I've been sponsored by Audible and truly love them, If you want to get started, new members can listen for free and try it out for free. And as an Audible member, you can pick one title a month to keep from the entire catalog, including the latest bestsellers and new releases. Also, members get full access to the very much growing selection of original titles, podcasts, bestsellers, new releases. Obviously, you can listen on the Audible app anywhere you are, no matter what you're doing. Again, new members can try it for free, so you can click my link down below to visit, or you can text KDG to 500-500 and you can start your free trial there. So before I continue my day, I do want to start a segment in my videos where I share a fun story that I've had to either deal with or something that has happened to me with my kids throughout the week, so that you all know that you are not alone and we're all going through it all together. First of all, my laundry is all over the floor, so that's just a great way to start this out. So about a week ago, I'm pretty sure I was actually doing laundry, but I was in my room. Ella and Avery were playing in their room, which is like just across from us. Like, I can hear and see everything that they're doing. Obviously not good enough though. Ella and Evie come into my room and Ella is holding a heart that goes inside of a Build-A-Bear. Now, we don't have very many Build-A-Bears. Build-A-Bears are like a special occasion in our house. This specific Build-A-Bear, the heart of this Build-A-Bear came from Ella's bear that she did on her 4th birthday. It was like a rainbow bear. Everything was like bedazzled and rainbow, and she got her ears pierced, and it was that birthday. Ella and Avery come in my room and they're holding this heart that belongs to the inside of a Build-A-Bear. And immediately when I see it, she has this huge smile on her face like, look what I got. And to me, I'm like, oh my gosh, I see this big smile on your face. Like, you're obviously very happy that you got this. But to me, that means that there is a Build-A-Bear that is opened somewhere. So I was like, oh, where did you get that? I could tell by the look on her face, she knew that like she was not supposed to dig inside of her Build-A-Bear, and she just knew, okay? So she goes, oh, I got it from my Build-A-Bear. And I was like, okay, where's the Build-A-Bear? And she's like, in my room. And I'm like, okay, is the Build-A-Bear open? Did you open it? And she's like, yeah, it's open. And I was like, amazing. Where is it? And she brought me the Build-A-Bear, and sure enough, there's a hole about this big on the back of the Build-A-Bear, the size that it is when they just like fill it up with stuffing, but it still had a good amount of stuffing in it, and I just figured that they must have dug for the heart, and that was it. A few days goes by. I forget about the Build-A-Bear, forget about the heart. I've like pulled the Build-A-Bear so that they can't get into the stuffing, and I'm in the girls' room and I'm making Avi's bed. I see, because I'm at Avi's bed, I can see underneath Ella's bed, and Ella is sitting there on her bed, and I'm looking, and all I see is a pile about this big of stuffing that is neatly underneath her bed. And I go, Ella, what is that? And she's like, what is what? And I'm like, the stuffing that is underneath your bed, is that from your Build-A-Bear? And she was like, yeah. It just was such a moment as a parent where I was like, oh my god, at least it wasn't everywhere. And she did her best to like neatly pile up this ball of fluff from her Build-A-Bear so that I couldn't find it. I just thought it was funny that she like neatly piled it up under her bed. Like, it wasn't a mess under her bed. It was like this very neat pile underneath her bed. We cleaned it up together. It was just a moment that I will never forget. All of my kids are now asleep. I'm gonna make myself something for lunch. I don't know what I'm gonna make for lunch yet, but again, very excited that we have groceries today. Ben is downstairs packing orders and making sure everybody gets what they need, responding to emails, all of that stuff. As I came down here to make lunch, I remembered that there's one thing that I've been doing lately that will hopefully help me keep my house organized. Like, I don't know, we live a very busy life. There's lots of traffic in our house. People come over for Sunday football. We have my family over on Wednesdays to watch Survivor. And we also have 3 kids, a dog, work from home, homeschool, and our house is very well loved, very well used. And there are some days where I feel like there's just like dust and grime and like everything needs to be cleaned. Like, there was one day where I'm like, there is dust on the vents. All of our white cabinets have like smears or like fingerprint marks and just random things, like those big tasks that are more deep cleaning tasks, like our windows need to be wiped, the stuff that you don't get to on a daily basis, right? I feel that way and I see all of those things, especially when people are coming over, and then I feel super overwhelmed to clean all of that tiny stuff when it's just really unrealistic to get all of that done every single time somebody comes over. So anyway, I printed out a sheet of paper of everything that is bothering me currently in the house, and I've decided to tackle one a day. No, not one a day. Whoa, one a week. So the other week I made it my goal to organize this cabinet, and clean off this countertop. So I like organized the games. It doesn't look super organized, but I promise it is. It was like 100 times worse. There's no real system to this area over here. We have our games and then some like random coffee pods. Their iPads go up here, and then we have our coffee stuff, and then down here is the area that I've made for them to like independently grab stuff to draw and color with, which already is a mess again. So I don't know why I'm showing this to you guys, but it's like 1,000 times better than it was. So it's sort of, they played with the Play-Doh yesterday, so I don't even know why I'm showing this, because it is now pretty much an entire mess again, but it has a little bit more order into it than it did before. Ella actually sat here and helped me do it, so that was really cute of her to do. If you're also a mom that feels very overwhelmed by the little areas in your house and like drawers and cabinets and cleaning off your cabinets and countertops and organizing spaces in your house that you just can't get to every day, and it's those bigger tasks, write them down, tackle one a week, and I promise you, you will feel better. So my goal today is to organize this pantry, because it just has gotten, it doesn't look too bad, but it needs a little TLC. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna eat, organize the pantry, then we're doing some school later on today, and I'm probably gonna go live tonight on TikTok and sell some shirts. So I want to let you guys know, if you haven't gotten any of our Cozy Sun fall collection, you can use code YouTube10 and get 10% off of your order. If you're watching this video and you see this, you can get 10% off your order with code YouTube10. I have a lot left on my plate today, so I'm gonna finish this video here. If you guys enjoyed, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and follow us on all the social media down below, and we'll see you in our next video. Bye guys.